I want to go back to this idea of the discovery. This book of Deuteronomy, of Devarim, dedicated to discovery, dedicated to help us find the key for the room that we want to open. You might see the room. You might be able to recognize what the room is, what the room looks like. You might be able to see the promised land. But in order to enter that place, in your life, you need to find the keys. And here's the idea I want to suggest. Something that comes from the world of education. If the first 4 books of the Torah are the narration of the experiences of first individuals and then the Jewish people, so if the first 4 books of the Torah describe experiences, the 5th book is dedicated to reflection upon those experiences and the internalization, the transformation of those experiences into wisdom through reflection. Now, it is not a coincidence that we are reading this Torah portion. We start to read the book of Devarim before Tisha B'Av. The moment before we were locked out, we were left outside the room. The moment in which we started to ask and to try to find our way back home. The moment in which spiritual exile occurred to the Jewish people. And as we start to prepare for Tisha B'Av, or we are about to enter at the end of this Shabbat, Tisha B'Av, what we are basically doing is we are preparing for the high holidays. We are preparing for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And the question we should ask ourselves is, are we going to make the investment? Are we going to do the reflection? Are we going to explore the rebuke? Are we going to try to do the work of internalizing those reflections in order to find the key that will give us access to that room, to those places that we want to enter in our lives? Now, symbolically, the very last service of the high holidays is called Ne'ilah, the locking of the gates. We say the gates are getting locked. They are closed in front of our eyes and they are getting locked. Toward the end of the service, we sing from Psalm 118, Pithuli, Sharei, Tzedek, Abobam, Beodeya. Open for me the gates of righteousness, and I will enter them. Just open them for me. Just keep them open for one more moment. I want to enter. And I think that the challenge that the book of Deuteronomy, of Devarim, invites us to take on is to be in that moment with the ability to enter through the gates, with the ability to remain on the other side of the gate in the room that we want to access, in the places where we want to be in our lives. And in order to enter that place, and you need to define what that place means for you, we need to do the work of repetition. We need to do the work of reflection. We need to do the work of rebuke. And then to do the work of internalization. To try to grasp, to try to internalize, and to transform those ideas, those concepts, into personal growth. And if we do so, when we come to that moment at the end of the High Holidays, when we sing, Bithuli Sharei Tzedek, open the gates of righteousness for me, we will have the ability to enter through those gates. Those gates won't lock in our faces because we will be holding the keys.